Archangel Michael speaks now, and I speak directly to your soul. Not to the face you show the world, not to the version of you shaped by fear or doubt, but to the deepest core of who you are. The part of you that has been waiting quietly in the shadows, hidden even from your own eyes. You do not yet see yourself clearly, not because you lack the vision, but because you have been surrounded by mirrors that distort the truth. The world has told you stories about yourself, that you are small, that you are ordinary, that you are defined by your mistakes or limited by your circumstances. They have carved labels and names into your mind, trying to make you believe you are just another passerby in life's great crowd. But I, Archangel Michael, come to shatter those false mirrors. I come to tear down the veil that has kept you from seeing your own reflection as heaven sees you. Because, hear me well, you are not what they told you. You are not what your fears have whispered in your darkest hours. You are not even the sum of your past experiences. You are far greater, far more powerful, far more radiant than you have dared to imagine. Type 111. If you feel something inside you stir at these words. If you feel a deeper truth calling you to remember who you really are. I want you to understand this. Your life is not a random series of events. Your presence here is not an accident. You are not the product of chance. You are the product of divine intention. Before you took your first breath, Heaven wrote chapters of your destiny in the language of light and eternity. Before you opened your eyes to this world, the very stars bore witness to the greatness placed inside you. But somewhere along the way, the noise of life grew loud. The voices of fear, of failure, of comparison, of wounds not yet healed, they all formed a chorus that drowned out the sound of your true name, the name Heaven calls you by, the name that carries the weight of your mission on this earth. Do you feel it now, that gentle tug in your spirit, that whisper that refuses to be silenced? It has been speaking to you all along, beneath the layers of fear and doubt. It is the voice of your true self, the self Heaven sees clearly, the self that is rising even now as you hear these words. I am here to tell you, the time of hiding is over. The time of forgetting is over. You are stepping into the season of revelation, and that revelation begins with seeing yourself, not as the world has shaped you to believe, but as you were divinely created to be. You carry power that generations before you only dreamed of. You carry light that darkness cannot comprehend, let alone extinguish. You carry within your very being answers to prayers you did not even know were being spoken over you. And soon, beloved, you will see it all unfold. Your gifts will awaken with fresh fire. Your mind will clear as the fog of limitation lifts. Your heart will beat in rhythm with your true purpose. But first, you must accept this truth. You have been chosen. Chosen not because you are perfect, but because you are purposed. Your flaws do not disqualify you. They make you human. Your wounds do not make you weak. They make you compassionate. Your journey, with all its twists and turns, has prepared you to carry a fire that no one else can carry in quite the same way. Type 7-7. If you claim this fire, if you dare to believe that you are more powerful than you have been led to think. You see, the enemy of your soul has feared this moment. They have feared the day you would begin to see clearly, because a soul that knows its own power cannot be controlled by lies. A soul that sees its divine reflection becomes unstoppable. And you, beloved, are on the verge of becoming exactly that, unstoppable. Stay with me. There is more I must show you. What you think you know about yourself is only a fragment of the full picture. The deeper truth is coming, and when it arrives, it will set you ablaze with clarity and purpose like you have never known before. There is something you have felt all your life but could never fully explain. A sense of being different. A quiet knowing that there is more to you than what others see, more than even you have allowed yourself to see. At times, you dismissed it as wishful thinking. At other times, you feared it might be arrogance, but it was neither. It was truth. I, Archangel Michael, am here to pull back the curtain further, not to reveal everything at once, but to ignite the flame of recognition within your soul. You have been living beneath layers of limitations that were never meant for you. Layers placed by the fears of others, by the wounds of your past, by the voices that said, "Stay small, stay safe, don't reach too far." But you were never made for smallness. You were never designed for confinement. You were born with a roar in your spirit, a fire in your bones, a calling that stretches beyond the boundaries of what you've seen until now. And even though you have doubted it, even though you have felt buried under the weight of daily life, that calling has never left you. It has been waiting, patiently, burning beneath the surface, refusing to be extinguished. Type Amen if you feel this fire stirring, if you sense that this truth is not just for someone else, it is for you. You are not just here to survive. You are not just here to go through the motions. You are here to shift atmospheres, to unlock doors that have been closed for generations, to carry answers where there have only been questions. But listen closely. The reason you have struggled to see yourself clearly is because you have been looking through lenses clouded by pain. Pain distorts perception. It tricks you into believing you are less than what you are. You have believed lies spoken over you in moments of weakness. You have carried weights that were never yours to bear. But that ends now, because I am here to tell you, the one who walks inside your skin is not weak. The one who carries your heart is not fragile. The one you see in the mirror is a reflection of divine brilliance cloaked in human form, and they are about to emerge. Do not underestimate the moment you are living in right now. The shaking you feel inside is not fear. It is the tectonic shift of your destiny moving into place. The restlessness in your spirit is not anxiety. It is the birth pains of greatness about to be revealed. The hunger for something more is not dissatisfaction. It is your soul recognizing the feast heaven has prepared for you. You see, beloved, you have always been more than you appeared to be. You have been underestimated not only by others, but tragically by yourself. You have dimmed your light to make others comfortable. You have shrunk your dreams to avoid disappointment. You have silenced your voice to maintain peace, but no longer. Type 777 if you're ready to break free from every limitation placed upon you, by others, by circumstance, or by your own fears. Because the truth of who you are is too powerful to remain hidden any longer. You carry within you the DNA of overcomers. You carry the wisdom of generations and the fire of pioneers. You carry the breath of the divine, and soon you will see what that really means. Stay close, beloved. The revelation is unfolding layer by layer, and what you are about to discover will not only astonish you, it will change everything about how you move through this world. They told you to play small because they were afraid of what would happen if you realized the truth. But the truth cannot be caged forever. The truth is rising inside you like a flood that no dam can contain. And you, beloved, are the vessel of that truth. Prepare yourself. You are closer than ever to the full unveiling of your true self. And when it happens, when the final veil is lifted, You will understand why the battle for your mind and heart was so fierce. Because the moment you see yourself clearly, there will be no force capable of stopping you. None. Now, look closer, beloved. You stand at the threshold of revelation. So close you can feel the light of truth leaking through the cracks in the door, brushing against your face like the first rays of dawn. You have been told your whole life to look outward for power, for answers, for validation. But what I, Archangel Michael, am about to show you is this. You have been carrying it all along. The power you seek is not coming from outside you. It is emerging from within. It has always been there. Dormant, perhaps. Hidden, surely. Protected by layers of fear and false humility. Concealed beneath the noise of daily survival. But it is there, waiting for you to claim it. Waiting for you to remember it. Waiting for you to step into the reality of who you have always been. I want you to understand this deeply. You are not a fragile spark flickering against the wind. You are a wildfire, beloved. You are a force of nature disguised in human skin. You are a storm walking upright, cloaked in humility but carrying the weight of heaven's authority. Type Amen. You feel even a flicker of this fire awakening inside your chest. This fire is not arrogance. This fire is not pride. This fire is recognition, the awakening of what heaven placed inside you long before your first breath. You were never meant to play small. You were never meant to cower beneath the opinions of others. You were never meant to live a life of quiet desperation, shrinking yourself to fit into spaces far too small for your spirit. No, you were meant to stretch wide the wings of your destiny and rise. And the moment of your rising is upon you. That feeling you've had, that restlessness, that pull towards something greater. It's not an accident. It's not your imagination. It's the sound of your true self pounding on the walls you've built around your potential, demanding to be set free. And when you open that door, even a crack, the force of your own destiny will rush in like a flood. You will see it in the clarity of your thoughts. You will feel it in the strength of your convictions. You will sense it in the way fear begins to evaporate in the light of this awakening. You will notice how doubt, once so loud, begins to lose its voice. Because the truth is, fear has no hold on someone who knows who they are. Doubt has no grip on a soul that remembers its origin. Limitation cannot survive in the presence of recognized greatness. And you, beloved, are greatness in motion. But let me tell you something even deeper, something few dare to believe about themselves. You were chosen to carry light into places others feared to go. You were chosen to stand in storms others ran from. You were chosen to carry solutions to problems that seemed unsolvable. You were chosen to be an answer to cries for help, echoing in the spirit realm long before you arrived. Type 777 if you dare to accept this calling. If you claim this truth not with fear, but with the courage of your rising soul. The enemy worked overtime to convince you that you were ordinary, that your dreams were foolish, that your desires for more were dangerous or selfish. But all along, those desires were divine whispers, calling you into your true identity. You have felt this. You have dreamed it. You have tasted it in moments when you allowed yourself to believe, even if only for a second, that you were made for something extraordinary. Hold on to that feeling, because it is the compass pointing you toward your destiny. And I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you now, sword drawn not to defend you, for you are more than capable of standing strong, but to remind you of the warrior you already are. The warrior heaven celebrates. The warrior earth has been waiting for. the warrior who will no longer bow to the shadows of doubt and fear. Stay with me, beloved. We are not yet finished. The next layer of your revelation is about to unfold, and when it does, you will not only see your power, you will feel it radiating from your very being, unmistakable and unstoppable. Prepare yourself. The full unveiling is closer than you think. Now that you feel it stirring inside you, beloved, now that you sense the magnitude of what you carry, you must understand why it was given to you. Because heaven does nothing without purpose. You were not gifted this fire to simply warm yourself in cold seasons. You were not entrusted with this power to merely survive the storms of life. No, this strength, this brilliance, this relentless force awakening within you, it is a torch meant to light the way for others. It is a beacon that was never designed to remain hidden beneath fear or false modesty. You are the answer to prayers you've never heard, the solution to problems others thought were unsolvable, the spark meant to ignite dormant flames in hearts that have all but surrendered to despair. I, Archangel Michael, speak this into your spirit now. Your life is bigger than you have imagined. You were created for impact. You were designed to shift atmospheres when you enter a room. You were destined to carry the frequency of heaven into spaces starved for light. Type Amen if you feel this truth vibrating in your soul, if you accept the weight and wonder of your divine assignment. This is why the battle for your mind was so fierce. This is why fear tried to make your voice tremble. This is why doubt wrapped its coils around your dreams, trying to suffocate them before they could take flight. Because the forces of darkness feared not just your potential, they feared your purpose. They feared the day you would awaken and realize you are not just a survivor of your story, you are the author of legacies. You are the architect of change. Every experience you thought was meant to break you has, in fact, built you. Every tear you thought fell in vain has watered the soil of your future harvest. Every closed door you mourned has redirected you onto a path aligned with heaven's perfect plan. You thought you were being delayed. In truth, you were being prepared. You thought you were being denied. In truth, you were being refined. You thought you were losing ground, but heaven was fortifying your foundation, strengthening you for what is to come. Beloved, you have been entrusted with more than dreams. You have been entrusted with destiny. Your very existence disrupts darkness. Your voice carries authority that resonates beyond what human ears can hear. Your steps shake the ground with the weight of divine purpose. And here's a truth even more profound. You are not rising alone. There is a convergence happening, a gathering of souls like yours, awakening to their true nature. Across the earth, lights are flickering to life, flames are being fanned, warriors are standing tall. You are part of this rising army of light. Your role is irreplaceable. Your voice is essential. Your impact is inevitable. Can you feel the urgency of heaven? Can you sense the momentum building, the swell of destiny rising like a tidal wave within you? You are not late. You are not lost. You are right on time, and heaven is cheering you on with every step. Type 777 if you choose to rise with boldness, if you refuse to let fear silence your mission any longer. Remember this: your power is not for domination. It is for liberation. You are not here to rule over others with force, but to lift them with your light. Your authority is rooted in love. Your influence is anchored in compassion. And your greatness is crowned with humility. This is the beauty of your true identity. It is not about being above others, but about lifting them beside you. As you rise, you pull others out of their shadows. As you shine, you give permission for others to shine as well. And together, you illuminate the world. Stay with me, beloved. There is still one final revelation. In the next breath of this unfolding journey, you will see not only who you are, but what happens when you walk fully in that truth. What happens when you stop holding back? What happens when you finally say, "Yes, I was made for this, and trust me, what awaits you will leave you breathless." And now, beloved, the final veil lifts. Now you see it, don't you? It is not a distant dream. It is not a someday hope. It is the truth, bright and undeniable, burning like fire in your chest. You are so much more than you have ever believed. This is not a metaphor. This is not poetic comfort. This is reality. You are the living proof that heaven breathes destiny into the dust of the earth and raises greatness from places the world has overlooked. You are the answer to 1,000 silent prayers, the fulfillment of promises spoken long before your arrival in this life. You, beloved, are not an accident of existence. You are a masterpiece in motion, a force of heaven walking in human form. Type Amen if you feel this truth burning inside you. If you receive it not just with your mind, but with your spirit. You see, the world will try to convince you otherwise. It will point to your flaws, your failures, your fears. It will replay the moments when you stumbled, when you doubted, when you fell short. But those moments do not define you. They never did. They were chapters, not your conclusion. They were shadows, not your substance. They were tests, not your title. Your title, beloved, is chosen. Your title is anointed. Your title is carrier of light. This is why the battle for your mind has been so relentless. This is why the enemy of your soul fought so viciously to cloud your vision. Because the moment you see yourself clearly, the moment you embrace the full truth of who you are, you become unstoppable, uncontainable, unbreakable. Do you feel it now? Do you feel the walls of limitation crumbling around you? Do you sense the chains of fear and self-doubt falling away, like old garments that no longer fit? That is the sound of your freedom. That is the sound of your rising. And let me tell you something the enemy hoped you would never hear. You are not just rising. You are leading. You are blazing a trail for others to follow. You are lighting the way through darkness that once tried to consume you. And as you step into your full power, you give permission for others to do the same. You become the living demonstration of what is possible when a soul dares to believe in its divine design. This is your legacy, beloved. Not survival, impact, not silence. A voice that echoes through generations. Not obscurity. A life that leaves an indelible mark on the earth. You carry within you the DNA of the divine. You are not here to fit into the world as it is. You are here to transform it. Your thoughts shape atmospheres. Your words carry creative power. Your actions ripple through the spiritual and physical realms, shifting reality in ways you cannot yet fully comprehend. This is why your awakening matters. This is why your rising is celebrated in the courts of heaven. Because when you rise, others rise with you. When you shine, others find their way out of the darkness. When you claim your true identity, you unlock doors for countless others to step through. Type 777 if you step boldly into this role, if you claim your place not as a spectator but as a leader of light. Remember this always. You were never meant to blend in. You were meant to stand out. You were never meant to shrink back. You were meant to step forward. You were never meant to be silent. You were meant to roar with the voice of heaven itself. And I, Archangel Michael, stand beside you, not as a distant guardian, but as your unwavering ally. I have watched over you in your silence, in your sorrow, in your struggle. And now, I watch in awe as you step into the fullness of your being. You have crossed the threshold. You have risen beyond the limits set against you. You have become the embodiment of your destiny. Now, walk in it. Walk in your power. Walk in your purpose. Walk in your truth. The world is waiting. Heaven is rejoicing. And your story, your true story, begins now. Step forward, beloved. The future is open. The way is clear. And you are ready.